so much, Sai Teja, and it was lovely to present in front of your, great participants. I'm Anchal Malhotra. I'm the CEO of FundTQ, and FundTQ might be that most of the entrepreneurs now know that it's a digital funding assistance platform. It is created Asia's first one of its kind digital funding assistance platform. Now, I will take you through what is the platform all about, how it can help startups like you to get funding and get the valuations done. I would like to quickly share my screen with you. Uh, 1 second. I hope my screen is visible. Yeah. So FundTQ is a digital funding assistance platform. This is a look of the dashboard that you will see, and we will take you through how it looks like. Uh, we would now, divide the conversation into three parts. Valuation in early stage startups, how when the traction is not there, how can you value, how can you raise funds also, and what is FundTQ doing to help the startup, coping up with all these challenges and helping them raise funds, and what kind of traction we've achieved in the past also. We are talking about here relevance and challenges that you face for valuation. Uh, so why is the valuation important, and what kind of challenges will you face day in and day out? First, knowing your right worth. Most of the times, when a research study says nearly 80% of the startups do not even value themselves. They normally, obviously, the valuation is driven by the investors, and they are mostly, in favor of the investors. However, it is very likely that startups founders do not know how to value themselves, and that is how they are not able to achieve that kind of confidence. They are diluting more than what is required, especially during the early stages. So we'll take you through the challenges. First, knowing your right worth. So it is very important for you to know your right worth, because when you don't know your own right worth in your industry, then you will be driven by the valuation which is provided by the investors in the entire industry. Second, adequate dilution, especially at the early stages. Most of the times what happens when you're going for an angel round, etc., and when an investor would see a desperation in your startups founders, that you want the funding as soon as possible, what would they do? They will play around with the fund, with the valuation part. You might end up in diluting more than what is required. You might end up giving 30%, 40%, and in the next round what happens, it becomes non-lucrative for the investors to invest in you, because the next round would be higher round, would be more than that, and if in that round if you are losing the majority stake, then of course you become non-lucrative for the investors. Third is error prone. So most of the research that we did, especially for the startups, uh, investment bankers, when they make the models, if there is one or two errors in the model, the entire valuation is impacted. Even the merchant bankers, we've seen merchant bankers making errors just to derive at a valuation number which you would expect. But it is, again, it is error prone. When you will share it with the investors, they will again see that this is the error, or there are a lot of formulas, and you will not be able to defend yourself. So it is very important for you to understand how the valuation works, so that you can defend yourself at that time. You have to justify each and every value in the cell which you're putting. And of course, it leads to low confidence when you're sitting in front of the investor who has the money. You have low confidence because you don't know that how the valuation works. So we are here to help you out, to understand, to make you understand what kind of valuations are there, how you can value yourself, how you can justify your valuation at this point in time. So there are globally renowned valuation methodologies. Uh, there are, you could say, three. So we have divided for your convenience, for your understanding, and for you to be able better, you would be better understand the valuation is, we have divided into three categories. First is the business valuation. Business valuation, again, has three ways to find, there are three methodologies to find the business valuation. Second is the non-financial valuation. There were quite good questions asked from CI Hyderabad that, if I do not have attraction, I do not see that I would earn revenue in a foreseeable future, what would be my valuation? And how should I derive to that valuation? And third is the intangible valuation. When you are at a stage where you could have, that you have a goodwill in the market, though your revenue is not much, but you have the goodwill in the market, or you are a serial entrepreneur, your face value is there. And so Ratan Tata, if he starts any other venture, even if it's startup, it's not earning revenue, but his face value has some goodwill attached to it. So that is called intangible valuation. That is called your brand valuation. You can attach to it if you feel that you have certain unique proposition. For example, your face value, if you are irreplaceable. And most of the times what we say to the startups, become irreplaceable as a personality. Because most of the time, if you've seen the case studies of Uber Travis, the founder of Uber, was being sacked by the company itself. Why? Because they found a replacement. And if you have a replacement, that is, for investor, it's very easy to replace you. And when you want your name to be attached to the company, also when you want to be irreplaceable and get a better valuation, we have on our YouTube channel, we have entire case studies and how you can build your own personal valuation. That's a case study on it, you can just refer to that also. So it is very important for you to be in the media, to be associated to a lot of your target audience, so that your target audience become attached to you. So it's emotional selling. If you, in today's day, if you see on the TV, there are a lot of advertisement related to emotions. They're playing with your sentiments, emotions, giving something to your mates, giving something to your helpers, giving to your guards, etc. It is, they're playing with the emotion and sentiments, because the market at this time is sentimental, they're emotional. So it's not about the revenue you earn, it's also about the market, what market treats you as. It's just like one of the startup founders, or you are actually attached to your target audience. So if the loyalty is attached to yourself and your product, then the business valuation, of course, multiplies. And of course, you will become magnetic for investors. So investors will start reaching you by themselves. So it is very important for you to understand that you are also important as a startup founder. So coming to a business valuation, there are three types. You can derive at your valuation based on three methods. Quickly, I will tell you, and it will be very easy for you to understand. First is a relative valuation. Relative in itself, the name suggests related to someone, related to something. Relative. When you relate your valuation to somebody else's valuation, it becomes relative. In this, there are four different ways to calculate it. Enterprise value divided by revenue. That is called an EV by revenue multiple. Second is enterprise value divided by earning before interest, depreciation, and tax, EV by EBITDA multiple. Then is price by earning ratio. That is called PE ratio. And that is the operational metrics, like number of subscriber, number of trust. I'll tell you in detail about all this. First, in a very layman terms, what is enterprise value? They will talk about. So first of all, there is a lot of things that when you are sitting across the table with investors, they will ask a lot of things related to your business model. Like if you're in SaaS, they will ask what's the LTV, what's the CAC. CAC is customer acquisition cost. What is LTV, long term value of the customer? These are the kind of ratios that is applicable for your business venture, and that is unique to your business model. If you're in logistics, they will ask how many number of trips you have done, how many round trips you have done. So these kind of metrics should be there in your on your tips, month on month basis, and obviously quarter on quarter basis. The more closer you will look into operational metrics, better it is. I will give you also some of the tips how to, pitch in front of the investors. Some quick tips that will help you gain the confidence of the investors. EV in itself is company value, nothing but it's a fancy term. It's called the company's value. So entire company's value and what are you earning. So ultimately, as a financial investor, I'm not a strategic investor, right? If I'm SAF, Sequoia, Bloom, Nexus, or somebody else in the market, I am only concerned how much cash you are generating, how much revenue you are generating. So when you talk about EV by revenue, it talks about how much revenue your company is generating. So whether you talk about number of trips, whether you talk about number of subscribers, it boils down to how much revenue you are generating if you are revenue generating company. Or if you're not a revenue generating company as of now, they will take you a forward multiple. Say after 3 years or after 2 years, what do you expect your revenue would be? So if I give you money, so there will be concept of pre-money, post-money valuation also. So if I give you money as an investor, if I give you money, how much revenue would you be able to generate through that particular money? So if my ask is, for example, I'm a startup, I am into a SaaS model. I am looking for $2 million of funding. As this basis, I do not have a revenue. I have zero revenue. But if you give me money with this $2 million, I will use, maybe I will expand my team. So 50% I'll use to expand my tech team, 50% I'll use for marketing. So with this, my revenue will cross $4 million in my third year of operations. This is my business plan, and that is how a business plan is built. Now, business plan is not built just for the sake of creating it. It has to be very realistic. People always say don't be optimistic and don't be pessimistic while making your business plan. You have to be very realistic, because your further valuation and dilution has to be based on that particular metrics. Your milestones are set on that particular estimate. So if you're giving today a plan that I will bring these much of customers, say I will bring 100 customers at the end of this month, so your milestones will be driven by that okay, if you achieve 50 customers in half a month, you'll get this much of amount. So it is in tranches. They divide the amount in tranches. If you get 100 customers at the end of this year, then you will get this much of money. So if obviously your fundraising will be connected to your milestones, so you have to be very careful of your milestones based on your realistic projections. So relative valuation is, again coming back to it, that EV by EBITDA, what kind of revenue you're generating and what kind of operating profit you're generating. EBITDA is nothing but Sara kharcha hatakar, all the expenses when you minus. So revenue minus all the cost. Cost is operating cost. You will not deduct the depreciation. Otherwise also it's non-cash. You will not deduct any interest cost or tax or something. You will only have operational key, my company, if it doesn't have any other expenditure, I have salary, I have marketing expenses, I have cost of material procured, etc. This would be my profit margin. So your profit margin, of course, you will not have a profit today, but you will obviously say that after 3 years, I will have a profit. Why after 3 years? Why 3 years is important for a projection? You can have a 5-year period also, but normally, venture capitalists are normally focused on 3-year period because their exit term is normally 3 years. So they exit in 3 years. Like White Hat Junior, you people know that they exited in 2 years rather. So they always see a foreseeable future. So jitna aap foresee kar pao future. Now 5 years, nobody can see 5 years projections. So I would rather go for a 3-year projection. So 3-year projection, I would say, okay, after 3 years, this much will be my projection. So venture capitalist bolenga, acha 10 crore agar if I put in 10 crore today, and based on the projections Anchal has given to me, she's saying after 3 years my revenue will be 100 crore. So my revenue has increased 10 times. So my valuation will increase 10 times. That is how his mathematics will work, that how much return will I get after 3 years. Because they also, venture capitalists also, they have to give a report to their investors finally, that how much return I'm getting on each deal. So it is very relevant कि EBITDA आपका multiple हो. Then PE ratio. PE normally startups में it doesn't work because EBITDA is the better ratio that they look at. PE में tax, क्योंकि tax होता नहीं है startups पे, interest होता नहीं है, they don't take debts, and so the better ratio is EV beta and EV revenue. Then there are operational metrics that is relevant for your business model. So if you're saying you are WhatsApp or you are a social media channel and you do not foresee that 3 years tak I will not earn any revenue, any substantial revenue. So this is not the best way to, use any of the methods I cannot use. Then you can have your valuation done on valuation based on number of subscribers और नंबर ऑफ ट्रिप्स अगर आप लॉजिस्टिक्स कंपनी है, या नंबर ऑफ कस्टमर्स अगर आप, वॉट एवर इज एप्लीकेबल टू योर बिजनेस मॉडल. नाउ अब इसकी रिलेटिव क्यों बोलते हैं इसको वैल्यूएशन? रिलेटिव का मतलब आप दो तरीके से यू कैन टेक इट आउट. ट्रांजैक्शन, कोई अगर आप ही के डोमेन में देयर इज सम ट्रांजैक्शन हैपेंड, इफ यू सी दैट ओके दिस XYZ company is a peer group company of mine, it is close competitor, it has raised money, or which has a similar business model. Now if you are the first in entire country, then you can go beyond it and find in something in Asia. If you are first in Asia, then you can go beyond it, you can find something in the US or other economy, and then you can adjust ki country risk premium or sub adjustment karke you can come out with this, that okay, in my this thing, my estimate valuation is this much. Now valuation is always an estimate figure, it is very subjective. It is about how much you want to take and how much investor wants to pay. So it is never a fixed number that ये valuation thumb rule है कि इतनी ही होगी, because every model is different, every founder is different, every way of presentation is different. So ऐसा नहीं है that you can mark a particular valuation attached to one business model. रिलेटिव इसलिए बोलते हैं, एक तो वे है ट्रेडिंग मल्टीपल लेना. सो नॉर्मली आप ये कह सकते हैं कि आई कुड बी नेक्स्ट टाटा मोटर्स, और आई एम एन इलेक्ट्रिक बाइक कंपनी. यू कैन रिलेट मी टू लॉजिस्टिक्स कंपनी, तो टाटा मोटर्स से आप कंपेयर कर लीजिए लिस्टेड. सो टाटा मोटर्स का मल्टीपल विल टेक की ईवी नॉर्मली BSE पे मिलता है ये सब, बट आई टेल यू हाउ क्विकली यू कैन डू इट थ्रू फंटी की प्लेटफॉर्म. ये रेवेन्यू मल्टीपल आप क्या करिए, उनका रेवेन्यू निकाल लीजिए, उनका एक शेयर प्राइस का वैल्यूएशन निकाल लीजिए, एंड हाउ यू कैन डिराइव एट उसकी कंपनी का वैल्यू. एंड अदरवाइज उसका EBITDA निकाल लीजिए उसके एनुअल रिपोर्ट से. यू विल फाइंड कि टाटा मोटर्स इज वैल्यूड एट दिस मच, इज ट्रेलिंग एट दिस मल्टीपल. सो द सेम मल्टीपल मे बी Tata Motors, for example, is trailing at 7 times the revenue. So you will say, obviously, I am not Tata Motors, I've just started. So you can discount by 25% for illiquidity because it is listed. I am not listed. So 20% uska minus kar lo. Then you will say that, of course, it is run by Ratan Tata. It is a, it's age-old company, etc., etc. आप कहोगे अच्छा ठीक है 7 का आप थोड़ा discount, these kind of discounts you will attach, and you will say you can give me a multiple of 3 times the revenue. Now you have to justify. This is again a subjective number. An investor can ask you why 3, why not 2? So you will say that okay, I feel the worth is this much because my calculation is based on this much, and my one of the transactions happened. So जितने ज़्यादा आपके पास evidences honge that this is valued at this, similar transaction is valued at this, then you can defend your valuation also. Coming to cash flow method, so I'll talk about asset valuation later. Cash flow is ki kitna cash generate karta hai. Financial investors are only worried about the cash you generate, right? At the end of the day, none of the startups are generating cash, but they would obviously, when you are making a business plan, otherwise you won't be able to tell your worth. DCF is a way to defend your business model also. DCF, there are 2 ways to compute it: DCF by growth method and DCF by multiple method. The entire explanation is there in the document later. But DCF by growth, it is always considered that business operation never end at the end of 3 years, I am a business concern, it will be a going concern basis, and my business will end in like 30 years, 40 years, and etc. But now when you formulate discounted cash flow growth method, तो उसमें आप क्या करते हो कि after the end of 3 years maybe you say now my business will go, it will go stagnant at a stagnant growth rate. तो एक long term growth rate you attach to it and you say कि बाकी सारे ऑपरेशन उसके बाद 3 years तक मेरा एक ग्रोथ पीरियड है जिसमें मैं exorbitantly ग्रो करूंगा, एंड आफ्टर द 3 year पीरियड आई विल ग्रो एट अ रेट ऑफ 5 to 6%, जिसमें इकोनॉमी ग्रो कर रही है based on the tranche of investment I have received from you. आपने मुझे 10 crore रुपीस दिए हैं, इसमें मैं 3 साल इतना चलाऊंगा, उसके बाद मेरी नॉर्मल ग्रोथ होगी। अगर मेरे को नहीं दूसरा ट्रॉन्च मिला, इफ यू आप आज इमेजिन नहीं कर सकते 2 years बाद आप एक और राउंड ऑफ फंड रेज करेंगे एक्सेट्रा, तो आप ये कहेंगे दिस राउंड ऑफ फंड में मैं इतना कर सकता हूँ, एंड यू विल कम आउट विद सम फिगर कि ये मेरी वैल्यूएशन कंपनी की होगी। The third is of course asset valuation, जिसमें जहाँ asset heavy model होते हैं, especially the real estate models, जहाँ पर आपकी शुरू में प्री ऑपरेटिव एक्सपेंसेस ज़्यादा होते हैं एक्सेट्रा, वहाँ पर आप कहते हो कि इसी मेरे एसेट की वैल्यूएशन काफ़ी है, उसमें कॉस्ट रिप्लेसमेंट मेथड भी आप यूज कर सकते हैं कि आई हैव मेड सच काइंड ऑफ एसेट, स्पेशली द हार्डवेयर कंपनीज जिसमें ड्रोन बनाया किसी ने कैपिटल इंटेंसिव, तो वो ये कहती है ये बनाने में इतना तो मेरा आईपी का कॉस्ट लगा है, इतना इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी लगा है, इतना मैंने I have put in my brains, my salary, etc., etc. So based on that, my asset is priced at this much. Asset is nothing but company valuation. आप ये कहेंगे देखो इतना land है, इतना building, इतना everything, all the assets का total minus liabilities का कर दिया, तो एक net asset value method निकल आता है. Though it is not applicable to most of the startups because they're tech driven, etc. Now, DCF of course is nothing but एंटरप्राइज वैल्यू, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ द कैश फ्लोज। ऑफ कोर्स आज का 1 रुपया कल का 1 रुपया नहीं होगा। सो इफ यू अर्निंग 1 rupee 1 year or 2 year later, it will be 0.8 0.7 today. So I will not accept कि एक एज एन इन्वेस्टर आई वुड से कि अच्छा आप 3 years बाद अगर इतना अर्न कर रहे हो, बट टुडे आज की डेट में इट विल बी दिस मच ऑफ द अमाउंट। सो उसको मैं प्रेजेंट वैल्यू पे ले आता हूँ बेस्ड ऑन सम डिस्काउंटिंग फैक्टर। तो इसमें कॉन्सेप्ट आते हैं आपके डिस्काउंटिंग रेट, बिजनेस प्लान, इतनी डिटेल में वी डू नॉट हैव द टाइम टू गो थ्रू इट, बट वी विल श्योरली गिव यू अ डिटेल्ड डॉक्यूमेंट ऑन दिस सो दैट यू कैन स्टडी योरसेल्फ। देन देयर आर 3 जो रिलेटिव वैल्यूएशंस में है, जिसमें मैंने आपको बताया कि रिलेटिव वैल्यूएशन आप कंपेयर करोगे टू योर पीयर कंपनीज, ईदर लिस्टेड और अनलिस्टेड। तो लिस्टेड में आपकी हो गई ट्रेडिंग कंपेरेबल, अनलिस्टेड में हो गए आपकी कंपेरेबल ट्रांजैक्शन, कोई ट्रांजैक्शन अगर हुई है, या इफ यू से कि अच्छा व्हाट्सएप इज वैल्यूड एट दिस मच, आई एम हाइक, सो अगर हाइक अपनी वैल्यूएशन करेगा इट विल ऑलवेज बेंचमार्क इट टू व्हाट्सएप। वो ये कहेगा उसके इतने सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं, मेरे इतने सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं, बिजनेस मॉडल सेम है, एंड it is not earning revenue, I am also not earning revenue, and so based on number of subscribers you can give me this multiple, they are global, I am not global, तो उसका आप डिस्काउंट कर सकते हो। so I have written, you have to adjust your valuation to say स्केल एंड साइज ऑफ ऑपरेशंस, कि अगर टाटा मोटर्स से आप कंपेयर कर रहे हो, यू कैन कंपेयर की नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉयज ज्यादा हैं, रेवेन्यू ज्यादा है, उसका ट्रैक्शन ज्यादा है, कितने कस्टमर्स हैं, उसके कितने, मेरे कितने हैं, एंड एवरीथिंग यू कैन एडजस्ट बेस्ड ऑन, नॉर्मली 20 to 25% के रेंज में रहता है एडजस्टमेंट। इलिक्विडिटी, इफ यू आर कंपेयरिंग टू लिक्विड ट्रांजैक्शन, टाटा मोटर्स इज लिस्टेड कंपनी, माई कंपनी इज अनलिस्टेड, तो कोई एग्जिट नहीं कर पाएगा, ऐसा नहीं है कोई कल शेयर लेके मार्केट में बेच दे। So of course उसके लिए आप मुझे illiquidity discount normally is calculated 20-25% you have to discount. Then control premium हो सकता है अगर आप अपना majority stake sell कर रहे हैं किसी कंपनी को, then you have to take you can take a control premium कि भाई मैं see if you are buying some stock from the market, you're not getting a control premium, वहां उसने 10% stake लिया है, आप मेरा 60% stake ले रहे हो, so you're taking my majority stake, I should have, so plus 20% you will take as a control premium. Yeah, Ashwath Damodran की book में there is a range, so 20-25% is adequate amount for control premium that you should attract. You normally startups भूल जाते हैं when they're selling at early stages, they should take this control premium into account कि 20-25% मुझे मिलना चाहिए because I'm giving you the entire company. Then time, of course, किस टाइम पे ट्रांजैक्शन हुई थी, वो अगर 3 साल पहले की ट्रांजैक्शन आप आज कंपेयर कर रहे हैं, then of course you should have मल्टीप्लिकेशन इफेक्ट की नहीं, वो तो 3 साल पहले हुई थी. आज द डिजिटाइजेशन इज मोर, सो आई विल टेक अ बेटर मल्टीपल. देन रिस्क अटैच टू अ पर्टिकुलर डील. नाउ रिस्क क्या होगा कि अगर मैं एमवीपी पे हूँ, स्टेजेस से भी डिफर करता है कि इफ यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग एट अ पीओसी स्टेज या एमवीपी स्टेज, द रिस्क इज हायर कंपेयर टू अ लेटर स्टेज. तो आप स्टेजेस में भी आप कहोगे कि नहीं, मे बी you can discount 15-20% based on this. Now this is very complicated थोड़ा सा मेथड का कैलकुलेशन है. नॉर्मली एक्सेल में हो जाता है इजीली. दैट यू से डिस्काउंटेड कैश फ्लो मेथड विद ग्रोथ विद मल्टीपल. आप परपेचुटी पे कैसे करेंगे, एंड डिस्काउंट रेट वी हैव गिवन मेंशन कि हाउ टू फाइंड अ डिस्काउंट रेट. नॉर्मली startups में see normally these are used to manipulate the valuation. If you want a certain valuation, you normally play around with the discount rate, but normally it is in the range of 35 to 40% for early stage startups discount rate जो आप use कर सकते हैं. Now what has changed after COVID, or what are the changes that have happened after COVID? Business model of course have drastically changed after COVID. When you were not, maybe you were non-tech before, because we have seen a lot of startups who were a part of our network, they actually changed their business model either, or they've shut down completely. Why? Because the technology disruptions have changed, so people are more technology driven right now rather than non-tech. So for everything there is a tech. So for any thing that you're doing, you should see that what kind of changes that I can do in my business model to make it more tech enabled. Second is slow down in the excess of capital, because it is taking a longer time for VCs to to fund a company, or for startups to get the funding. So that it is very important, जो मैं सबको बोलती हूँ अपने पूरे नेटवर्क में, that it is very important to find alternative revenue sources. अगर आप एक स्टार्टअप है and you are always focusing on getting funding, that's a wrong track, and most of the startups fail because they are only focusing on the fundraising. See, businesses used to develop prior to that also. ऐसा नहीं है कि fundraising नहीं थी तो तब तक business develop नहीं हो रहे थे. We as startups are getting lot dependent on the funding. क्यों? क्योंकि एक peer pressure होता है कि ओहो इसने funding raise की है, मेरे को तो करनी चाहिए. ओ इसने 7 करोड़ की है, मेरे को भी 7 करोड़ ही करनी चाहिए, बेशक I don't even require that kind of money. I am suggesting everyone again and again, just focus on your revenue generation. Focus, go near to your target audience rather going near to your investors. Investors will come to you by themselves. You have ways to do that. फोकस ऑन योर बिजनेस. वेन एवर यू स्टार्ट योर बिजनेस, फोकस कि इसको हम और रेवेन्यू कैसे जनरेट कर पाएंगे. डोंट मेक इट लुक्रेटिव फॉर अ वीसी प्लेयर कि इन्वेस्टर को ये अच्छा लगता है, दैट्स व्हाई आई कैन मेक दिस मॉडल. इन्वेस्टर को अच्छा लगता है, दैट्स व्हाई आई कैन डू दिस. इट हैज टू मेक अ सेंस फॉर यू एंड फॉर योर बिजनेस. अल्टीमेटली यू आर द वन हु स्टार्टेड. आपसे ज्यादा अच्छा बिजनेस मॉडल नोबडी नोज दैट आपके पीयर क्या कर रहे हैं, आपसे ज्यादा कोई बेटर नहीं बता सकता. Mentors are, of course, they are the big time booster for your model, but it is your baby. Ultimately, a nanny cannot take care of your baby. It's your baby, you have to take care of it. And also, don't be disheartened. Don't close के चलिए funding नहीं हो रही, छोड़ दो, बेकार model है. No, you've started. So the success ratio of a startup is 10 to 15%. That say globally इतना रहता है. It's not that 10 to 15% startups only succeed. It's about 10 to 15 startups do not give up. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप you see that okay funding is not always good for you. You have to rely on your business model, focus on your business model कि कैसे हो सकता है. ऐसा लगता है कभी कभार कि हम ड्राई पे चल जाएंगे और I will not be able to get access to capital, but it is just illusion in your mind. I will tell you quickest way how to deal with it through Fundtiki platform also. Rather than wasting time and sending a lot of proposals to the investors and then following up with them, then getting disheartened, or most of the times you have to research कि कौन से investors और हो सकते हैं, how to किसको approach करना है. Quickest and easiest way I will tell you through Fundtiki platform. Then what changes after COVID is multiples are getting impacted. Of course, listed securities मेरे लिए ज़्यादा lucrative है, मतलब because they are now cheaper. I would rather buy a Reliance security rather than investing in a startup. But Also, VCs are very much interested in startups because they're getting at a lower price कि भाई आपका valuation down है आज की डेट में, तो I will just quickly grab that. अब हर किसी का valuation down नहीं है. The way you are pitching, the way you are saying, see, during COVID my traction has increased, then of course you are in. Then of course it is important that you create scenarios in your business model, that if I achieve this month if I achieve this, then my scenario will change to this. If this month I will not be able to achieve this, if scenario COVID nahi raha is month mein, to itna business model. So you have to make scenarios also in your business plan. That is also very important. Now we'll quickly ask your questions, or we can take it later. So I'll quickly take up these questions. I will tell you about the FundPQ platform, then we'll take up more questions online. So certain questions that we received from Sai Teja are, how does a B2B platform work when revenues are SaaS-based model rather than transactional charge? So the question is that, so B2B model, how does it work? I could not particularly understand this question, but I will try to answer this question to you. So SaaS-based model, of course, when it is SaaS-based model, so FundPQ is also a SaaS B2B model. It's not a transactional charge. So of course you have to charge from your client. The business model, you have to obviously burn money also. But B2C may normally burn rate is higher in B2C. So Uber, Ola's are B2C model. They've burnt much larger compared to B2B, because businesses are easy to pick up. But again, scalability in B2C is higher than scalability in B2B also. So there is no difference between the transactional charge or SaaS model. The revenue or the payment model is completely your choice. It's about the revenue you generate through the two model. Then how do we value SaaS platform before revenue? See, most of the times जो ये question आता है कि I'm at early stage, I do not have a revenue at all. How would I derive my valuation? Of course, एक तो तरीका है, आपको पता होना चाहिए, after 1 year when you will make a business plan, after 1 year or 2 years, how much would you be able to generate? Just come in the shoes of an investor. When you're talking about the investor एक फाइनेंशियल इन्वेस्टर है. सी, मुझे नहीं फर्क पड़ता मैं एडटेक में लगा रहा हूँ या फिनटेक में लगा रहा हूँ या एग्रीटेक में लगा रहा हूँ. मोस्ट ऑफ द इन्वेस्टर्स आर सेक्टर एग्नोस्टिक. उन्हें ये पता होता है कि मुझे रिटर्न कमानी है, मुझे एक 30% रिटर्न एनुअली चाहिए फ्रॉम यू. दैट इज इन देयर माइंड कि मुझे 30% रिटर्न कैसे मिलेगी. अब मुझे इस मॉडल से मिले या इस मॉडल से मिले, आई डोंट केयर. सो आपको उस वे में सोचना है दैट आई हैव टू फोकस मोर ऑन रेवेन्यू जनरेशन. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम मोर एंड मोर टेलिंग यू दैट योर रेवेन्यू जनरेशन इज इंपॉर्टेंट. फंड रेजिंग अपने आप आ जाता है. व्हेन यू आर फोकसिंग ऑन रेवेन्यू, फंड रेजिंग विल फॉलो यू. नाउ जब आप कहेंगे कि SaaS प्लेटफॉर्म है और रेवेन्यू है नहीं अभी, बट ऐसा नहीं है ना कि 3 इयर्स तक आपका रेवेन्यू नहीं रहेगा. सो आपके फॉरवर्ड मल्टीपल्स होते हैं. फॉरवर्ड में आपका कहेंगे कि अच्छा आफ्टर 3 इयर्स आई विल बी अर्निंग दिस मच. सो द मल्टीपल टुडे आप उस पर लगा दोगे, ठीक है 3 इयर्स बाद आई विल बी अर्निंग 100 करोड़ ऑफ मनी. सो यू विल से अच्छा 100 करोड़ ऑफ मनी मल्टीप्लाइड बाय, जो मैंने 7 का मल्टीपल यूज किया था पहले, सो मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 2 का मल्टीपल और 3 का मल्टीपल. So I will say 300 crore हो गया. But 300 crore is the valuation after 3 years. So I will discount it by a particular rate to bring it at a present value. So मैं कहूंगी सी 100 crore after 3 years valuation होगी. आज के डेट में मान लो उसकी valuation 70 या 60 crore हो जाएगी. That's a present value and that's a relative valuation. आप कहोगे अच्छा ठीक है मेरे को मोटा मोटा 60 crore है मेरी post money valuation. Post money and pre money valuation भी एक concept है. People, investors will ask you, you're talking about post money or pre money. It's nothing but a simple mathematics कि if I take 10 करोड़, जो मैंने पहले बताया था कि आपको प्रोजेक्शन हमेशा इस वे में बनानी होती है, नॉट एज इज बेसिस पे कि अगर मैं इसी टर्म पे चलता रहूं. नो, आप ही कहोगे अगर मैं 10 करोड़ रेस करता हूं आपसे तो मेरा रेवेन्यू 100 करोड़ हो जाएगा आफ्टर 3 इयर्स. सो मेरी वैल्यूएशन आ गई बेस्ड ऑन आवर एग्जांपल इज 300 करोड़. अब 300 करोड़ की वैल्यूएशन जब आ गई है तो आप ही कहोगे कि 300 करोड़ वैल्यूएशन में आपने कहा कि डिस्काउंट करके समथिंग अराउंड 60-70 करोड़ वैल्यूएशन आ गई. 60-70 करोड़ माइनस 10 करोड़. सो 60-70 इज पोस्ट मनी वैल्यूएशन कि आपने मेरे से लिया मनी, इट इज पोस्ट द मनी. बट मैंने आपसे पैसा लिया 10 करोड़, प्री मनी हो गई 60 माइनस 10 जो मैंने आपसे लिया, दैट बिकम्स 60 माइनस 10 बिकम्स 50 करोड़. 50 करोड़ इज माई प्री मनी वैल्यूएशन. ये आपसे क्वेश्चन बहुत पूछे जाते हैं. सो नॉर्मली इन्वेस्टर्स इसलिए नहीं पूछता कि उसे पता नहीं है, उसे पता सब होता है, बट वो पूछना इसलिए चाहते हैं, वो समझना चाहते हैं कि यू अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट फाइनेंशियल्स और नॉट. सी आप फाइनेंशियल इन्वेस्टर के आगे बैठे हो जिसको एक 10% इंटरेस्ट होगा आपके मॉडल में, उसको मेजर इंटरेस्ट होगा आपके फाइनेंसेस में. when ये जो मैंने आपको टिप बताई थी, when you're pitching to an investor, it is very important to focus on your finance part. कि सी अगर मैं सोचो, इट्स लाइक कि मैं इफ आई एम हैविंग अ कम्युनिकेशन विद द चाइल्ड और मैं उसको यू नो स्टार्टअप बहुत अच्छी चीज है, ही वुड से व्हाट आर यू टॉकिंग, यू हैव टू टॉक सेंस टू मी, राइट? आप मेरे लेवल पे आके बात करो. सो जब आप टारगेट ऑडियंस पे जाते हो तो आप उसके लेवल पे आके बात करते हो. तो जब आप इन्वेस्टर के पास जाओ उसके लेवल पे आके बात करो. यू नो ही अंडरस्टैंड्स ओनली फाइनेंस, मनी, टॉक मोर अबाउट मनी. मॉडल के साथ अटैच करो, हमेशा अटैच करो. पीपल क्या करते हैं, व्हाट नॉर्मली स्टार्टअप्स डू, दे फोकस मोर ऑन देयर मॉडल. मॉडल समझा दिया आपको, इतना अच्छे से पिच तैयार करनी होती है. 10 minutes में wrap up your pitch. Tell them 2-3 minutes about your model, 2-3 minutes about your financial projection, 2-3 minutes about how they would earn money from you. कि यू नो फाइनेंस इतना हो जाएगा, यहाँ पर मैं इतना ले लूंगा, ये कंपनी मेरे से कंपटीशन में है, बट ये कंपनी की वैल्यूएशन इतनी हो गई है, इसका ट्रैक्शन इतना आया है, इसने इतना फंड रेज किया. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट मॉनिटरी टर्म्स एंड अगर आप कंपटीशन में बताओ कि यू नो माई हैव वेरी लेस कंपटीशन एंड वेरी लो एंट्री बैरियर, दैट्स अ प्लस पॉइंट फॉर these investors. See, it's about the presentation also. अगर मैं आपको आज एक प्रोडक्ट मार्केट में लेके जाऊँ, सिमिलरली अगर आपको मैं आज if I give you anything, a mobile phone, if I say take this mobile phone, it is iPhone has grabbed brand क्योंकि उसने ट्रस्ट विन किया है इतने साल में, राइट? अब उसकी वैल्यू एक अटैच हो गई है. बट अगर जब माइक्रोमैक्स आया था या जब ये न्यू फोन्स आर बीइंग लॉन्च्ड, तो कैसे उसने मार्केट कैप्चर की होगी, उसने सेंटिमेंट समझे होंगे अपने टारगेट ऑडियंस के, राइट? और उसने वहीं पर हिट किया जहां पर हिट करना चाहिए था, एट एग्जैक्ट दैट प्लेस. सो आप अगर इन्वेस्टर को उसी की भाषा में समझाओगे ना, यू नो दिस आर द फाइनेंसेस, so everything will go well. It is about how you pitch it, how well you present your pitch. So आपको ऐसा कभी कभार लगेगा कि क्या बनाया मॉडल में, मतलब यू ऑल मस्ट बी फ्रॉम टेक बैकग्राउंड, तो उसमें आप कहोगे ये क्या बनाया, ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं है, जस्ट समथिंग ओके दिस ऐसे किया, ये क्या कुछ प्रोडक्ट ही नहीं है. बट उसने प्रेजेंट ऐसे किया होगा, यू नो मार्केट, अगर मार्केट ही आपकी बड़ी है उसमें प्रोडक्ट का फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता किसी को. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मतलब बहुत सारे ऐसे मॉडल्स हैं जो स्पेशली ये P2P लेंडिंग में है, या बहुत सारे ऐसे मॉडल्स हैं जिसमें आपको लगेगा प्रोडक्ट में इन इट सेल्फ इज नथिंग, मतलब आप ही कहोगे तो मैं 15 दिन में बनाता प्रोडक्ट, बट जो मार्केट उसने कैप्चर कर रही है या उसकी जो मार्केट कैप्चर होने वाली है, दैट इज ह्यूज. उसके पीछे की स्टोरी यू डोंट इवन नो दैट. सो इट इज अबाउट हाउ वेल यू प्रेजेंट, हाउ वेल यू से. सी, इन्वेस्टर्स का दूसरा पर्सपेक्टिव ये रहता है कि हाउ मच स्केलेबल इज योर मॉडल, कितना बड़ा है. आप ही कहोगे, यू नो डोंट टॉक अबाउट, एक तो आप ना मतलब किसी को ना ब्लफ नहीं करना दैट आई विल गो इंटरनेशनल, आई विल डू दिस. पहले यू फोकस ऑन योर फर्स्ट डोमेस्टिक मार्केट, क्रिएटिंग अ क्रेडेंशियल ईयर. So जितना strongly if you portray yourself, the better you will be in the position to get a fundraising. Third question is how to evaluate a startup with product but no great traction. Again, आपको फॉरवर्ड्स तो निकालने, सी किसी भी स्टेज पे आप, इवन एट आइडिया स्टेज और MVP स्टेज और किसी भी स्टेज पे हो, सी देयर इज नो पॉइंट कि आप कहो कि यू नो आई डोंट हैव अ वैल्यू अटैच्ड. एवरीथिंग हैज अ वैल्यू. even you yourself have a value attached. तुम कहोगे कि नहीं, मैं मेरे में वैल्यू क्या है, कुछ नहीं है. No, everything on this earth has a value attached to it. और वैल्यू तभी अटैच होती है जब आपकी फ्यूचर ग्रोथ दिखती है. कोई भी आपको परचेज इसलिए नहीं करता, किसी भी चीज को परचेज इसलिए करता है कि मैं फ्यूचर में इससे क्या करूंगा, नॉट अबाउट द पास्ट, नॉट अबाउट द प्रेजेंट. आप एक पेन भी लेते हो, आप ये कहोगे मेरे महीना चल जाएगा, 1 month I will be able to use this pen, or I would be able to put it on my pocket, it will look nice, etc, etc. So everything has a value, even and I am telling to all the startups every time ki everything has a value attached to it. सो ऐसा नहीं है, अगर आपको लगे कि नहीं आइडिया स्टेज पे तो वैल्यू नहीं है, यू हैव टू सिट एंड थिंक अबाउट द प्रोजेक्शंस। आप अगर आप बना रहे, सी आपको अगर ये समझना है, इन्वेस्टर को ये चाहिए कि आपका ट्रैक्शन कितना आ रहा है, तो ये समझाना बहुत जरूरी है कि कितना स्केलेबल है मॉडल। सो स्केलेबिलिटी कैन ओनली बी जज बेस्ड ऑन योर प्रोजेक्शंस, कि आपको समझ आता है कि टोटल एड्रेसेबल, देयर इज ऑल्सो वीडियो ऑन आवर चैनल जिसमें टोटल एड्रेसेबल मार्केट साइज और टारगेट मार्केट साइज, हाउ टू कैलकुलेट एक्सेट्रा इज देयर। सो आपको टैम पता होना चाहिए कि मेरी मार्केट इतनी बड़ी है। Next question is, some cases on agri technologies may be discussed. Valuing the agri tech. See, there is no difference. Again, sector agnostic investors को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता आप agri tech है या fintech है. Ultimately, it boils down to आप कितना पैसा कमा के देंगे. How much money you will be going to generate. So focus, sit on it, और उसमें ना back bottom up approach में working कीजिए. How many customers you are trying to bring this year. उसमें आप peer group की भी help ले सकते हैं कि peer group ने इस साल में कितने customers रखे थे. देन कमिंग आउट टू द रेवेन्यू नंबर्स कि कितना मैं, एक प्राइसिंग इज ऑल्सो वेरी मेजर थिंग, कितना प्राइसिंग रखना है। इन्वेस्टर्स आपको बहुत ग्रिल करते हैं कि क्यों इतना प्राइस रखना है, डू यू थिंक अ विलिंगनेस टू पे इज देयर। अगर कस्टमर ही नहीं देगा उतना, आपने सोच लिया कि मैं इतना चार्ज करूंगा, बट इफ कस्टमर्स आर नॉट पेइंग फॉर दैट मच, देन इट्स अ कंप्लीट मेस मॉडल। सो आपको ये भी देखना है कि मैंने ये पूरा सर्वे कर लिया, द कस्टमर इज रेडी टू पे दिस मच। सेफ, बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस आए कि सेफ हम यूज कर सकते हैं कि नहीं। आई विल टॉक इन द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड, आई हैव मेड अ कंप्लीट स्लाइड ऑन सेफ, हाउ डज इट वर्क। सेफ मैं नेक्स्ट में लूंगी। देन पोस्ट पीओसी एंड प्री पीओसी, हाउ कम वैल्यूएशन ऑफ प्री डीसीएफ इज हाई एंड नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल। सो डीसीएफ हाई आता है, डीसीएफ हाई नहीं आना चाहिए। पहली चीज, अगर आप प्रोजेक्शंस में यही बोलेंगे कि मैं तो भाई आई विल बी द नेक्स्ट फेसबुक, इट्स नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल। फेसबुक टुक अ लॉन्ग टाइम टू बिल्ड दैट काइंड ऑफ बिजनेस। अगर आपका सिमिलर मॉडल उतने रेवेन्यू पे 3 साल में पहुंच गया, वेल एंड गुड, यू हैव अ जस्टिफिकेशन। DCF exorbitantly high इसलिए आता है because your projections are not good enough, not justifiable. If you are able to justify 100 crore का revenue मैं achieve कर ही लूंगा, then it's fine. See, it's about how well you can justify a model. अरे 100 crore मैं करूंगा ही करूंगा, तो उसमें investor can never question. Valuation is the second thing. आप ये देखिए कि पहले आपने बिजनेस मॉडल जो है वो रोबस्ट बनाया है कि हाँ 100 करोड़ मेरा अचीवेबल है, इतने कस्टमर्स हैं, यहाँ से आ ही जाएंगे, एंड इतने तो मैं ला ही चुका हूँ ऑलरेडी। सी 3 मंथ्स मेरे इतने आ गए हैं, 12 मंथ्स मेरे इतने आ जाएंगे, आप 10 करोड़ और दोगे तो इतने ऐड हो जाएंगे, देन बिकम्स अ वेरी सेफ फॉर देम। टॉकिंग अबाउट सेफ नाउ, आई सेफ, इंडिया सिंपल अग्रीमेंट फॉर फ्यूचर इक्विटी। इसमें बताऊंगी कि इंडिया में ट्रैक्शन क्यों नहीं है आई सेफ, वाई कॉम्बिनेटर बहुत यूज करता है आई सेफ को। इट इज नथिंग बट इट्स अ कन्वर्टेबल इंस्ट्रूमेंट जिसमें यू डू नॉट गिव राइट अवे इक्विटी शेयर्स। आप ये कहते हैं दैट आई विल गिव यू इन अ फ्यूचर राउंड ऑफ वैल्यूएशन, अभी यू जस्ट गिव मी, it will act like a CCPS, compulsory convertible preference share. So if I achieve a milestone, I will convert it into equity at the valuation at that time. Most of small investors are have started using iSafe कि आप मुझे अभी पैसे दे दो, you do the due diligence, you do all the legal agreement etc, but I will not give you instrument because my valuation is not, I'm not sure about the valuation, or I believe, और even investors के लिए भी कभी कभार बहुत अच्छा रहता है that you know they don't know about your valuation, your idea stage, your MVP stage, वो कहते हैं but मुझे मॉडल अच्छा लगा, I can simply give you $0.5 million, बट उसके बदले में यू गिव मी आई सेफ अग्रीमेंट। आई सेफ अग्रीमेंट इज अ 6 पेज अग्रीमेंट, बहुत छोटा सा अग्रीमेंट है जो वेबसाइट्स पे मिल जाता है, यू जस्ट साइन इट। उसमें मगर कुछ कुछ क्लॉजेस में आपको ऐसा होता है कि यू नो यू आर नॉट एबल टू कन्विंस इन्वेस्टर फॉर द क्लॉजेस, देन you have to think of the ways that you can convince the investor, or you have to of course give away that clause etc. कन्वर्टेबल प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स की एक पर्टिकुलर स्पेसिफिक इवेंट पे, फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मैं ये कहता हूँ कि इफ माय कस्टमर्स, अगर मैं 1000 कस्टमर्स अचीव कर लेता हूँ इन 1 year, देन आई विल कन्वर्ट इट इनटू इक्विटी, राइट। नॉर्मली स्टार्टअप्स एट आइडिया एमवीपी और बहुत अर्ली स्टेजेस पे दे आर यूजिंग दिस बिकॉज दे कैन नॉट असाइन अ पर्टिकुलर वैल्यू टू अ शेयर। सी until unless you assign a particular value to a share, you will not be able to give away your shares. ठीक है, these are the shares I'm giving you 20% or 30%, you need to assign a value to it. 6 पेज अग्रीमेंट होता है एंड क्विक क्लोजर हो जाता है बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द क्लॉजेस आर वेल डिफाइंड, सब कुछ रहता है। नाउ व्हेन डू दे कन्वर्ट, ईदर एट अ अकरेंस ऑफ पर्टिकुलर इवेंट, जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि माइलस्टोन में कि आप 1000 कस्टमर्स अगर आप अचीव कर लो दिस ईयर, तो मैं आपको इतने शेयर्स, उसमें ना कैप भी लगा होता है बहुत बार, आप यू पुट अ कैप कि इससे बियॉन्ड आई विल नॉट गिव यू, 10% से बियॉन्ड आई विल नॉट डाइल्यूट। दो बहुत बारी इन्वेस्टर्स गो अवे विद दिस क्लॉज, ताकि उनको फाउंडर्स के लिए इट इज वेरी नेगेटिव पॉइंट। या नॉर्मली योर कंपनी सेल्स ऑफ आफ्टर 3 year पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, या नेक्स्ट वैल्यूएशन राउंड में भी यू आर गेटिंग न्यू इन्वेस्टर्स। तो क्या होता है, बहुत सारे स्टार्टअप्स जो होते हैं, बहुत स्मार्ट स्टार्टअप्स जो होते हैं, वो कहते हैं फर्स्ट में भी आई सेफ ले लिया, अगले में वैल्यू नहीं किया, अगले में भी आई सेफ से कर लिया, थर्ड में भी आई सेफ। सो वो कभी नेवर एंडिंग हो जाता है, वो कभी होता नहीं है। तो एक 3 years मैक्सिमम एक क्लॉज लगाया गया है इसमें कि फ्रॉम द इशू डेट आपको 3 years में आईसेफ को कन्वर्ट करना ही करना है, आपको इक्विटी शेयर्स में देना ही देना है। देयर इज अ लिंक अटैच टू इट, आईसेफ का डॉक्यूमेंट का, यू विल गेट दिस प्रेजेंटेशन ऑल्सो इन योर ईमेल बॉक्स। Why is it not popular in Indian market? आप बोल सकते हो कि देखो मेरे लिए बड़ा सेफ है, मेरे को आई सेफ से कर दो, बट इन्वेस्टर्स आर नॉट विलिंग टू गिव। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इन्वेस्टर्स, स्टार्टअप्स के लिए भी एक चीज ध्यान रखने की बात है, आई सेफ में अगर आप कैप नहीं लगाते, इफ यू नॉट पुटिंग अ कैप, इट कैन गो बियॉन्ड, यू माइट हैव नॉट थॉट अबाउट कि कितना वैल्यूएशन होगा, यू गॉट द मनी 10 crore और एग्जॉर्बिटेंटली हाई चला गया, आपका मतलब यू आर नॉट एबल टू अचीव दैट काइंड ऑफ माइलस्टोन। 3 years हो गया, now it's a point, it's a date to convert your preference shares या iSafe notes to equity। उस टाइम पे when you took the money you did not think about it, और अब आपको लग रहा है वो 50% dilution कैसे हो गया, because you were not able to achieve that kind of EBITDA या that kind of projection। so उस टाइम पे it's a very risky proposition for entrepreneurs। तो that's why cap का provision है, but बहुत सारे startups cap नहीं लगाते because that's in their favor। so उसमें it completely is not favorable position। अब क्या होता है, लाइक आई सेड, आई सेफ के बाद आई सेफ हर राउंड आई सेफ से होता है, तो वीसीज आर वेरी वर्ड कि नेक्स्ट राउंड माइट नॉट इवन हैपन, तो वैल्यूएशन ही नहीं होगी, तो नेक्स्ट इक्विटी शेयर्स आएंगे नहीं। देन क्या होता है कि कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं मिलता, 3 years तक देर इज नो इंटरेस्ट अटैच, देर इज 0.00001% ऑफ प्रेफरेंस डिविडेंड अटैच करते हैं, दैट इज मिनिस्क्यूल। तो मतलब मैं 3 years तक मैं आपके अकाउंट में आई सेफ रखूं, आई डो नॉट हैव अ बोर्ड पोजीशन आल्सो, आई डो नॉट हैव वोटिंग राइट्स आल्सो, बिकॉज इट्स सीसीपीएस में देयर आर नो वोटिंग राइट्स इफ इट्स नॉट रिटन इन द क्लॉज, देन इट्स कंप्लीटली आई एम गॉन। मतलब मैंने आपको पैसे दिए एंड आई डोंट नो व्हाट टू डू विद दैट बिकॉज आई डोंट हैव इक्विटी शेयर्स फॉर दैट। So normally VCs in India they exit in a period of 3 years, 2 to 3 years में normally exit कर लेते हैं। White Hat Junior it took 2 years for them to exit। तो उसके केस में अगर 3 years तक if I have to stay for iSafe to get conversion, so it's very disadvantageous for me। So normally VCs ही prefer नहीं करते हैं, even if you insist कि मैं iSafe के through जाना चाहता हूँ, VCs do not prefer to go। So iSafe के दोनों है pros and cons। So if you are okay with that, the clauses etc, you can go with iSafe। but बहुत सारे investors India में they are not doing this kind of thing, and especially पहले तो angel investors को तो आपको you'll have to tell them, if they are not seasoned angel investor, they you have to tell them how iSafe works and everything। but बहुत ज़्यादा इस पे there is a deliberation। now I tell you about FundIQ platform and then we'll quickly take up questions। So FundIQ is a data-driven intelligence platform। क्या होता है आज की डेट में, you don't know who investors are, who could be your investor। You send emails to a lot of people, you don't know एक email strike होगा कि नहीं होगा। Sometimes they are not even there, sometimes most of the time they don't even read it क्योंकि cold emails इनके पास 200 emails they get every day, so they don't even read it। Third, you don't know कि valuation क्या होगी, what is the valuation at which I can do a dilution or I can tell them कि ये मेरी pitch book है, या मुझे I don't know even I don't know how to make a good pitch book, what should be included in the pitch deck। मैंने बहुत videos देखे but I'm confused। I don't know how to make a financial model also। There are a couple of things and we are solving that kind of query also। So it's a platform for negotiation, rating and testimonials for investor। I'll tell you how we progress। So there are two softwares that we have launched। First is the Choose Right Investors platform here। Some of the screenshots are there on the platform। There are 105 startup deals that are running successfully on the platform, but it is based on invitation। Early stage technology and consumer deals are also running। You have the opportunity to connect 2000 investors instantly on the platform using technology। 600 startups are already, they're ready to be added, and they're ready to be live now from next month. Again, it's very cost effective, user friendly, and you can real on a real time basis, you can track the deal. You have the data analytics, you know which what investor is doing, which where they have invested. So pura profile, pura history of the investor, kahan invest kiya hai, how much they have invested, mere area mein kitna invest kiya hai, how many sectors they have invested in, kitna progress hai, then how many startups are growing, how many have died their own natural death. So their progress tracker is there, and you can pick and choose. The name suggests you it I we are giving you the power to shortlist your investors, to connect with the right investors. बहुत बारी ऐसा होता है, you randomly send emails BCC करके, आधो मिलती है नहीं मिलती, you do not even see that. And there are 2000 plus institutional investors that we are connecting you with on a one-on-one basis. Now, it's totally transparent. There is no intermediary in between जो आपको बताएगा, नहीं हुआ, etc. You're directly connecting with the investor. Investor will tell you on the platform, see, I don't like the platform, I don't like your product, or I simply loved your product. Let's schedule a call. Let's start going. If they have invested, they can write it on they will just commit it on the platform itself. So it's a brilliant platform. They will also, you can give the entire milestone progress report to them, that if they say कि अभी नहीं 3 months बाद आना, so 3 months का report, how will you give to them? So every time, every month you have to give. So it's on the platform. There is a functionality where you can give your progress report directly to the investor, so that they can just quickly have a look that okay, it's doing very well, we can do it. This is the platform, and we'll give you the demo also of this later. Second is the fund TQ valuation software. We are focusing a lot, many times on the valuation. Now here, we launched it in February 2020. A lot of deals have already 350 valuations we have already done on the platform itself, apart from what we've done separately in advisory. So it's a data analytics. It uses millions of data points from transactions, from trading across the country. Reliable sources are there from trading and transaction multiples. It's very cost effective, and it provides value within precise estimate of 10 minutes. So you do not have to think about the formula. You don't have to think कि मैं justify कैसे करूँ. You only have to justify revenue numbers and cost numbers. You don't have to justify ये calculation कैसे आई, because that's a calculator's job. The impact teaser. So after this, you will get a 2-page report called impact teaser. Simply, you can take this to an investor and say, I am raising this much of amount. This is exactly what investor would look at in your business model. So you will just take this report, and you will say that I'm raising this much of amount. This is my entire, teaser for it. If you like it, I can share the complete, uh, complete, what do you say, a pitch deck with you. Even pitch deck templates are given on the investors platform. You can just download, just create and customize based on your requirement and upload it back. Financial model also, you can just quickly see the template. You can download it, you can fill your numbers, upload it back, and that is how it is done. You just need one elevator pitch also for 1-2 minutes that you can create and upload it on the platform. The entire software, sorry, 1 second. So the impact teaser link is there. You can see that how it looks like. Just check. And you have the complete software view. It is available on valuation.fundtq.com. The link will be shared with you after this webinar. We also have a valuation methodology document where you have the complete methodology, how it is built, what does it take into account, how well it is driven. It talks about entire DCF. So all the complex methodology, where you see that, okay, such a complex methodology goes on the background, not in the front end. So you can say that, okay, this is how the valuation is driven. Sorry, 1 second. I'm coming back now. Now, why we are saying 105 deals, etc. So we organized Invest TQ, India's biggest virtual fundraising event during COVID period. These are our participants list, the investor participants which came. And there were 100 plus startups which pitched live in front of 100 plus investors. It was India's biggest virtual fundraising event. There were like Sukhbir Singh, the celebrity investor, was there, Sequoia, IFC, Bloom, Metrics, F Partners, Excel. All the investors were present there during, and they are now evaluating the startups who pitched live. We got a registration of about 350 startups during this event. And out of those, the panel one judges decided to go with 105 startups and those who were pitched live, who are in close connect with these investors. Now, that's how we are saying that the learnings that we are giving it to you based on this. We have a knowledge sharing sessions that we do it through our YouTube channel. The link is there uh, on this slide also. You can just log in there and you can find a lot of good stuff which will be relevant for you. Here I would like to just tell you valuation software. So you can have a software tutorial here. I'm not able to open it up, and the time is also not there. And there is one impact teaser. This impact teaser, the 2-page report, there is a sample attached here. You can have a look at it. And the valuation methodology document. You can have that. If somebody asks that how the valuation is being driven, at least you can give this methodology document to them, that this is how, though most of the investors do have the impact teasers, because all these investors are already using this. But if somebody asks, you can just give this document. This is how the valuation is being conducted. Knowledge sharing session we have talked about. I'm Anshul Malhotra. I'm the founder and CEO of FundTQ. We'll separately give you the demo of the product, that how the two work. You can just log in to for the valuation of it. You can quickly have your impact teaser also. Otherwise, also it's free of cost to get the valuation estimate. Also, we'll provide you a promo code specifically for IIIT Hyderabad participants, and you can have a look at it. Sai Teja, thank you so much for everybody to come here. And now you have any questions, we can take it up. Sai Teja, can we have a question? I'll quickly just
Sure, Anshul. Thank you so much.
close this
Uh,
presentation.
Over to the audience, we can take, we are already at 5, we can extend for 5 more minutes and take 50 questions. You can unmute yourself and ask, or you can post in the chat. Any questions from the audience? So there's a
There,
question.
there is, I think, one question here. I can see from Jazeel Jabbar. Can we do a combination of all three? The methodologies they are asking, I believe. So ultimately, you have to do all three is better. And even through FundTQ platform, you will be able to get an average of the four methods. So I will just quickly, I would, like to show you also the document. 1 second, so that you can know that how the methodology document works. I'll just quickly share my screen now. See, this is the entire the impact teaser that comes. I hope you can see it. I can just increase the, just zoom in. Not able to do some things here. This is the impact teaser of FundTQ that is being generated, though I've just done it on my own company. So it gives you that when they will ask you the basic questions about your company, then it asks you the problem, USP, solution, then your founders details, then the peer group. If you have a listed company, good. If you do not have, you can just click on the button. I do not think I have a listed comparable. It gives you a pre-money valuation of your company based on 4 methodologies that we have just described. Then it is your financial performance, what is your cost, EBITDA margin, etc. It gives your user fund, then your ownership, of course, that investors would love to know. It would also give your past funding round. If you have raised money, good. If you're not raised money, you can say no. Then it gives a methodology valuation that, if you require $1.3 million, how much is the valuation and how much is the expected dilution. This is the expected dilution, the 2.2, between the range of 1.9 to 2.6, you can dilute. On an average, you can dilute 2.2% for this much of the funding requirement. So this is the document that is being generated automatically through the platform itself. I will just quickly show you the investors platform also. If I have 1 second, sorry.
We have two more questions answered.
Sorry, yes, we can take it.
Yeah. So what about patents granted and published? Would there be any value for intellectual property is what Pankaj Nikhil is asking.
Yes, so there is no separate valuation that is being generated, but it is for interest of the investors. So investors normally like the companies who are IP driven, because that provides a uniqueness to that company. But there is no separate valuation attached to it. Why? Because if it is not able to generate revenue for them, or if it is not able to generate revenue for you, then it might not be lucrative for them in that. See, valuation is always the second part of it. You are thinking from don't think from that perspective, that how much investor would give money for your IP registration. They will not separately attach to it, but it is an added advantage for you to showcase to the investors, see, I'm unique, I got an IP registered because my formula or my proprietary platform is unique. That's an added advantage. When there is no valuation, it should not impact the valuation. But if you think that would impact the revenue, you should take it in your projections.
Pankaj is asking, can you tell in a simple language, how could a person calculate if he is on ID or MVP stage? I think it's mostly covered. He might be asking about scorecard method or the Berkus method, we generally use for ideas.
So these methods are normally driven from the US economy. So, see, it is just like, I would say, see, I do not have a basis of valuation for my company. I can just quickly take this and put it on this multiple. क्या होता है normally agriculture, if you are an agri tech company, what would you best do कि ठीक है, एक अश्वत्थ दामोदर ने एक multiples निकाले हुए हैं, you can just simply apply that, multiply it by this is my valuation. See, it is for the US economy. US is less riskier, more competitive. US economy is much stable basis versus the Indian economy. यहाँ पर if somebody in the competitive world in such a riskier proposition, if you're creating a unique proposition, your valuation should be higher. My perspective is take that valuation. So ये जो सारे methods हैं, इन्होंने कुछ कुछ अपनी valuation दी है कि idea stage पे आप इतना ले सकते हो, MVP stage पे $100 million आप valuation grab कर सकते हो. It's a very simple way of doing it. Irrespective of your business model, irrespective of your industry, irrespective of your uniqueness, if you are okay, if you're getting good, and see, there is no justification of it. These methods are not justifiable. So it is better to make a comprehensive plan, and then rather than doing this, you can put it in your average कि ठीक है, इतना minimum तो होगा ही होगा, but that is not a way to value a company that is unique in itself.
So Gaurav is asking, what's the average percentage taken by angel investors typically at early stage? It depends on lots of factors, but some of the standards are great to know is what he's asking.
It's not about angel investors typically taking at the early stage. It's about how much, of course, how much you are ready to dilute also. See, agar early stage pay you do not have a revenue, you're asking for $2 million, of course the dilution will be more. Angel investors normally invest between 0.5 to $1 million के करीब. उस टाइम पे आपकी early stages पे valuation is like almost close to, maximum that I've seen there is $4 to $5 million के करीब होती है. So 20 to 25% is preferable during the early stage कि आप dilute कर सकते हो, because otherwise next round will be very difficult for you. अगर आप, if you dilute at early stage, so it's preferable that you ask for lesser money during the early stages. Take in tranches मतलब शुरू में just raise money what is required by your company and dilute what is adequate for that particular requirement.
Vaidyanath is asking, do you advise we take investments from friends and family using iSafe, or any other option is better? from friends and family?
So Vaidyanath, good question. मतलब आज तक मेरी किसी family friend ने मुझे offer नहीं किया है. If your family and friends are offering, you should take it. I mean, and see, note, it's just again, iSafe is just a mode of getting the funding done. iSafe does not take away the rights of the equity shares. Equity shares are attached to it, but abhi nahi de rahe aap, you will give at the future date. You're not giving it right now, these shares. So it says in my locker, I'm not giving it right now. I will give it in a future date because abhi mujhe nahi pata how much, how many shares should I give you from my kitty. So ultimately, wo equity shares ki tarah hi usse samajhiye. Though you're not giving it upfront, but there is an equity share element attached to it. Family, friends, of course, see, it's about growing your business. Don't think that who is giving you money. If they are trusting you, you should take money from family and friends during early stages. VCs take a lot of time. See, time is also important. If you are saying ki 10 crore mein, if I get it after 1 year, because VCs का time normally, if somebody is raising funds, और अगर कोई अभी सोच रहा है कि 3 months बाद I will start raising funds, then they should think that it takes 3 to 4 months to raise money, even from angel investors right now. Because during this time, COVID period में, it is taking a lot of time for angel investors also to think about putting money in the startups. So it is important that you start the fundraising process as early as possible rather than waiting for the tide to you know go and start the process.
Thanks so much, Anshul. I think we are running out of time. Thank you so much,
Sure.
audience, for also participating. And thanks again, Siddhi and Anshul, for doing this session and also offering a promo code for the attendees. I think it would be helpful for most of the attendee startups at our center and also startups in our ecosystems to benefit from FundTiki platform and generate their, basic valuation reports. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much, Sai Teja, and for organizing this event. And thank you so much, participants. All the best for your startups, and wish you all the best again.
So everyone, so you'll be getting a feedback mail with the presentation attached and a promo code to use FundTQ platform. Hope that will be useful for you to generate your reports. Thank you so much, guys.